Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, thank you so much for being here. It seriously means so much to me and I'm really happy that you're here. Gosh, I have not filmed a video in a while. It has been, I think, like 3 months now. It feels a little bit weird to be sitting here and talking to a camera again. I feel like that sounds kind of dramatic, but it just has been a while since I've uploaded. And I felt like it'd be kind of weird to go from an upload 3 months ago and then just go right into like a day in my life, because there has been a few months in between my last upload and I feel like it's only fair to talk about that part of my life. Like, gosh, I think the last time I sat down and filmed like a talking video like this was when I did my first week as a new grad. While I'm still a new grad, I started in September and now it's February, so a lot has happened since then. That is why I'm filming today's video, just to kind of fill in the timeline between my last upload and then my future uploads. Yeah, I think most of my subscribers at this point come from like the nursing world. There's probably a handful that are family and friends, but I think most of my subscribers are from the nursing world. So that's kind of what this video is going to be mostly talking about, because that's probably the biggest, I don't know, thing to talk about since my last upload. Anyways, we're here now. Here we are. I think a lot of the times when I just like fall off of the face of the earth in terms of YouTube, it's because I just go through these phases where I lack motivation as well as content, ideas, and a lot of feeling like, who really cares to watch my boring life? Because I feel like it's boring. I mean, I guess enough of you don't think that it's boring that you're here watching this. But yeah, I try to make my content fun and hopefully you enjoy my videos. I feel like there's a lot of different thoughts and feelings that go into it when I don't post and stuff like that. Anyways, I don't want to go into that too much because it's really not that deep. So since September, I think 5th was my first day as starting my nursing job. I feel like a lot has happened and I keep saying that, but it's just because the nursing field is hard. So many emotions and feelings and just like, it's been a lot, but it's good. It's all good. I don't know if I formally talked about this or mentioned this in a video, but I am a new grad ICU nurse and I feel like that brings a lot of feelings and emotions. While being a new grad nurse in general is already super hard, I feel like the ICU is already like a stressful place as well, which I'll get into. But I guess just starting off, I accepted a position, as you know, in September, and at the hospital that I work at and the company that I work for, you are a nurse resident, which means you're like a new grad. Well, not really. No. I'm like a new grad nurse for a year because I'm in my nurse residency for a year. I'm only 5 months into my nurse residency. So I've been a nurse about 5 months at this point and it's been awesome. I have learned so much. There are obviously good days and bad days and okay days and all the kinds of shifts. So I've been a nurse for like 5 months now. And on top of that, I have actually been training ever since September. So the way that my hospital did it, because it's the ICU and I need to learn a lot because these are very sick patients, I have been training, orienting is what they call it, where I'm with a nurse one-on-one and I'm learning with like a specific preceptor. I had pre-assigned preceptors, but there were also days where I would go in and just have whoever was available for me be my preceptor. So I was with that one nurse for the whole day and like I was learning directly from them as well as like people around me, but I was orienting up until 3 weeks ago. And then after I was done orienting, which was in end of January, then I went into transitioning, which is where now I am pretty much I'm like on my own. Like I have my own patient assignment and I have a preceptor, but my preceptor might also have a patient or and might also be transitioning like another new nurse that's learning. At this point, it's like me and other people that started with me share a preceptor. And it could be like it's just 2 of us are sharing a preceptor, 3 of us are sharing a preceptor, but essentially I'm not one-on-one anymore. And it's like I have my own patient assignment and my preceptor is a resource. It's like somebody used this term, but basically just that they're like my personal charge nurse. So that's what it kind of feels like. And the term for where I'm at this point in orientation is like transitioning / integrating. So I'm integrating into like being working fully on my own essentially. You only do this kind of shift for 4 weeks. So like I said, I came off of basic orientation end of January, and then I started to transition integrate for the past 3 weeks, and then actually this week is my last week transitioning, and then I am fully on my own as a nurse, regular staff. I don't have like a set preceptor for me. Obviously I have my coworkers that I use as resources, and I'm going to be using as resources for a long time, forever. But after this week, I am completely done with training, like the set training. I'm obviously always learning and I'm always asking questions, but I'm no longer orienting and I'm no longer integrating, if that makes sense. So all in all, once I'm on my own fully, I would have been basically training for about 5 to 6 months, and then I'm on my own. I think the unit that I'm working in compared to other new grads like that are in my cohort that I graduated with, and just also other nurses like that are med surg and just different places like that, their training is not as long, because mine has been a few months long, and not every nursing new grad or orienting new grad is going to go through like 6 months of orientation. This is just the way that my hospital set it up for me. This is dependent on the unit that I chose to start in. So there's a lot of different factors that go into why the length of my orientation is so long, but that was a really long rant, honestly. Hopefully that kind of clears up what I have been up to for the past few months and where I've been nursing wise in my career. That's where I've been nursing wise. I have had a lot of mixed feelings, mostly just stressed and nervous. And pre-shift anxiety is such a real thing, but I feel like what's also not talked about a ton is post-shift anxiety. So not only do I feel anxious going into work, and then I'm anxious while I'm at work, and then I'm anxious when I'm coming home from work, because I have a lot of time to think until I go to work again. So honestly, like, it's very stressful. But also with that, it is very, very rewarding. I feel like I'm kind of giving it a sad vibe, but it is also super, super rewarding. I'm very grateful for my job and I love it. I love helping people and I love to watch patients get better and improve, and I just love to be a part of that process. While it is one of the most stressful jobs I've ever had, it's also one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had, and I seriously love it, and I would not have chose a different unit to start in. While it's very hard and I have so much to learn still, and it's scary and I feel dumb a lot, it's very cool, and I really, really like what I do. I really enjoy my coworkers as well, and I think just hearing from other people, like specifically that have worked in other places, like my unit is amazing in terms of education and relationships with others. There's so many great, amazing nurses that I work with that have been just great resources to me, as well as doctors and providers, and it's just been such a great learning place for me. At the end of the day, I would not choose to start anywhere else than where I am starting now. Not to say it isn't hard, and I know I keep saying that, but I do work 12-hour shifts and it's a lot. I'm still figuring out what schedules I like in terms of 3 12s in a row, 2 12s and then 1 separate, 2 days in a night. Like, being a new grad, and now that I'm becoming on my own, I'm doing a lot more undesirables, which are weekends, nights, and holidays. So that's just part of it, and I knew that going into it, so I'm not complaining about it. It's just a part of it. I think probably my favorite part of it is like working with the patient population that I work with, and the shifts that I walk away and I'm like, I can do it. Like, I can be a nurse. I was a nurse. That's what makes me really happy and really love it. Obviously there's hard days where I walk away and I feel like I'm dumb and I feel like I don't know anything, and I feel anxious about the mistakes I possibly made, or I just feel nervous. So that's the other side of it. And I mean, that's healthcare, right? If any of you are watching this wondering like where you should start off as a nurse, I honestly, coming from somebody that never thought I could work in an ICU, like, I kid you not, I told myself there's no way, like, that is super scary. I could not do it. You totally can. You totally can. Your team will set you up for the best. They'll teach you everything you need to know. It really is such a great place to start as a new grad, because you learn a lot and you learn fast, and it's just really cool in that way, but it's also really scary. and I still would recommend it to anybody like starting as a new grad. I guess that's kind of mainly what I wanted to say in this video, just like, hello, I'm still here. I'd love to get back into filming content and just kind of where I've been and what I've been up to and how I've felt over the past few months. But I hope that you will subscribe, and I'm excited about some content that I have coming up for you. Also, leave me a comment down below of things that you'd be interested in seeing, because like I said, sometimes my lack of videos is because I don't really know what to film and what you want to see. So don't forget to subscribe and comment. And yeah, that's kind of everything I wanted to say in this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.